you've mentioned running, and from what I read about you, you're quite the runner as well. And I enjoy working out too. And I go for a light runs. I do usually do 5Ks.
Nice.
I've done a half a marathon once.
Cool. All right.
Hopefully, I'll do another one soon. But usually, I go for shorter runs. What does training mean to you? How do you manage to find the space, the quiet time to be with yourself through training?
So I look at this as like this is what I do as my part of my morning. And what it does is it basically sets the stage, right? It's like my we'll call it like
Okay.
my warm up for the day, like my preparation for the day. It's like how I set myself in a controlled space to be able to carry forward with my day because it's something I do that makes me feel accomplished and has given me that check mark for the day. And then when I go through there and I look back at the day, there could be, we talk, it'd be a ton of things that happened that just weren't fantastic, right? Well, I've still had that control element to the day that's given me consistency, that's given me discipline. So I can see it not as a total loss, but of something I've had a win to start my day.
Hmm. Unfortunately for me, I never managed to start my morning with a workout. Unfortunately, I usually do it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm mentioning this because some of the listeners or viewers might say, "I can't wake up in the morning."
Yeah.
You can. It doesn't work for me personally, so I do it in the afternoon or in the evening, perhaps.
But you know it for
So
yourself too,
I
right?
can,
That's what works for you, right? So like, and that's where you are. Like you
yeah,
set your morning in a different way, and you set your day in a different way that empowers you,
yeah.
right? My energy comes from doing it
Hmm.
one way. Your energy comes from doing it another way. There's no perfect recipe. So like me saying like, hey, tomorrow you should completely change everything, right?
Yep.
It might not. It might be of no value to you. So it's finding what really can help
Hmm.
your day forward. And your process is your process, and if it's creating great results, right? That's what listeners need to say is that the getting up early, you can or you can't, right? You can do it, but to do exactly what I'm doing might produce completely different results because it's not
Yeah.
complementary to you and your life.
Hmm. I think the most important thing is that in the morning you start off with a positive affirmation.
Mm,
So, if not with a workout, you start your day with something positive. Not in a delusional way, but at least you something that you're showing gratitude that you woke up in the morning. That okay, um, I'm still here today. That's something to be thankful for.
yeah,
I have my kids here, so it's something that to be thankful for. So starting your day with a positive affirmation, I think will set the scene as well.
absolutely. It, it's very easy to replace positive with negative, but it's very hard to replace
Hmm.
negative with positive. And because there can be so much energy from everything from the
Very true.
news, from everything that happens throughout the day. And so the more you can focus on the positive, because you know you can have a horrible day and have one good thing happen but still have a horrible day, but you can have a tremendously fantastic day and have one bad thing happen and have a horrible day, right? And that bad thing could be like 10 seconds, like someone cut you off, in traffic, and you're mad for the rest of the day although you had a fantastic day. And so we really
Yeah.
do constantly have to put the narrative back in the positive because it's very easy for our minds, our bodies, like everything to be derailed by very little things that side to the negative.
Yeah. Yeah. It's astonishing how difficult it is to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. It takes a lot of energy for some reason to do it. I think everyone finds that challenging.
Hmm.
Um, Psychologically speaking, the brain is wired to think of the negative first so that it can protect itself. So, from a psychological and evolutionary point of view, that makes sense. But in today's day and age, it might not apply. So that's why we find it a little bit um, challenging. So it does require effort to think positive first and then acknowledge the negative aspects of life as well.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And there's just too many drivers out there to the negative. Like you look at, you could have a news segment that could be all positive or all negative. Well, majority of it is negative, but that's because it draws more eyes, right? Because people are more drawn to
Yes,
that,
yes,
right?
yes.
So it's easier for us to say, oh, the negative, oh, the bad, and it also potentially creates excuses for why you can't do something, right? Well, the economy, well, this or that. Like you can have all this support for why you can't do something, right? But most of the time, if you shut it
Hmm.
off and get back to basics, you understand that you have everything you need right now to be at your starting line to start to have a more positive impact out there.
Hmm.